I'm Jody from SOS Paranormal, and we're here at the Oak Hill Inn in Orwigsburg, and we're about to enter the restaurant area and investigate. We've heard about a lot of activity going on here, so stay tuned and hopefully we'll find some good stuff.
You've been here for like 6 years, you said?
Yep. So far I've heard voices, footsteps, banging, coming from various locations in the building. I've also felt some presences downstairs, as well as like grabbing and squeezing, more or less, and then there's been other things I could go on and on, but it'll take too much footage, so.
Anything specifically in this room?
In this room, there's been items misplaced occasionally.
Yeah.
I mean, Tabitha can vouch for that, but that's mostly what's been in this room. The A room, the farthest one to the left, is where I had one of my most memorable experiences.
Me too. There's a lot of voices over there.
Yeah, upstairs and in the basement. Those are the hot spots. So.
We're going upstairs to the apartment, apparently where there are some
Just watch out.
spectacles up there.
Renovations. Renovations.
Okay.
Nails on the floor.
The owners and their family used to live up here previously. This was a hotel. This was a hotel.
That makes sense.
There's rooms downstairs also, but I think they're closed off right
Yeah, I
now.
don't know about that.
But recently, me, Joni, and another coworker have been tearing this down for them to renovate so they can move back up here.
Okay, good. I got. Go
I was
ahead.
in this room. Joni was standing here. She was telling me that we have to crawl up here to get the stuff off. And as she was standing in here, I was standing over here, and I could feel banging in the floor. Now, there were other servers downstairs that had mentioned that they could hear banging coming from upstairs in the dish room right where we walked through to come up here. So they mentioned banging, and I was up here and I felt it in the floor, and there was no explanation for it, so I have no idea where it came from. But most of the time, the activity goes up when the sun goes down. Now, when I come up here and the lights are off, it feels like someone's looking at you from back there. And you always feel like someone's looking at you up here, especially when the walls were still up.
Oh my gosh.
And it was eerie to begin with because they had spray paint all over the drywall because it was just a toy room up here for the most part for them. But most of the dishes are done in this area. Now, when it's dark out, you can see reflections in that window behind you. Now, sometimes if I turn real quick, I can see something dark in the kitchen from the reflection. Now, whether that's just my eyes playing trick on me or whatever, but it's definitely something that you notice.
As the crew enters, and they're over there talking, I see somebody in the crowd is laughing Mike.
It's giggles.
It's Giggle! Giggle, and we're all filming each other here. And walking, and talking, and talking.
Alright, so I came in one night just to make sure like the lights were off and everything, and all the paper towels were down here, and I was standing like over here, so there's no way I could have set it off. And at first I thought, oh, maybe someone was pranking and just let it go. But when I was standing here, all of a sudden the thing went, and added more to it when I was all the way over here. So I just kind of stood there for a second, took a picture, and then I calmly left.
Yo.
Okay, well this is the A room, and I've experienced a lot in here, I know Bernie's experienced a lot in here. One time I was standing here cleaning up the tables, and you can hear the radio going on behind you, but I heard a distinct, like, male voice come up behind me go, "Hey!" Kind of just like looked around, no one was there, so I went back to do my business, and nothing else happened. And then another time, I was cleaning up the table right here, and we have these linen napkins, and probably maybe 5 people were sitting here, and I was cleaning it up, and I only found 4 napkins. And I crawled on the floor and everything, and I was like, okay, maybe they sent it back with their plate. Well, I went back in the kitchen, put my stuff down, and I came back out, and the napkin was perfectly folded, and it was just sitting on the booth right here. So I picked it up, I said, "Thank you very much," and I left.
We're sitting in this general area, and as I was pushing the table this way, my right ear was facing the door, and I heard a distinct but very, subtle, "Hey, you," in my right ear. Now that was facing that way, and I don't know if there's any, it was just me, the owner, and his son and the owner were in the bar. I walked out there and I said, "Did you hear anybody say, 'Hey, you'?" And they said, "Yeah, they're saying, 'Hey, you, get back to work,'" because they were joking around. But
Okay, well this is the B room, this is our main dining room. The only thing that I've experienced in this general area is I was standing over here and those panel doors were open into the C room, and I just happened to look up and I saw the back of a pale blue or pink dress, I don't really remember what color it was, that just kind of darted behind the wall, and I automatically assumed that there was someone left their child here, so I panicked and I quick ran back there, and I'm like, "Oh my God, who's here, who's here?" And there was no one there, but it was at the height that a little girl would be at. So
I'm one of the co-owners, and I'm here a lot by myself. And do I see shadows? Yeah. Again, is it my eyes deceiving me? I don't know. But do I see shadows? Yes, I do.
Where's your biggest hot spots in here that you experience the most? Or haven't we hit it yet?
basement.
it's the basement.
Okay.
Okay, this is the C room, and in here we've experienced apparitions. This is where I saw the end of the dress, dart back towards that way. As Bernie said earlier in his interview, we'll find stuff moved around when we've been the only ones in here, because most of the time the servers aren't really the ones setting the tables, it's the bussers, so we know where everything is. Because the door opens this way, so you're all gonna get
Okay, you all gonna be squashed. We're going into the basement.
Going into the basement.
And here comes the eerie music playing. I can hear it now. And
Alright, this is the basement, and actually these stairs are some of the most highly active spots, at least for me, seeing the other workers. When we're coming up and down these steps and we're coming down, it often feels like someone's trying to stop us, and when we're going up, it often feels like someone's rushing up after us saying, "Get out," trying to push us out, so.
I've also had previous dishwashers tell me, if this is the dumbwaiter, electric dumbwaiter. Upstairs, there's a set of doors that open up. If the doors are open in the kitchen, sometimes you can hear laughing coming from the basement. We've had one of the previous dishwashers actually rode the elevator down in the dark, and he said he did not like the experience at all. He felt like he was being bum rushed at the bottom here by presences. So one of the previous cooks was walking up the stairwell, and he was walking at a casual pace, and he went to open the door, and in the deadbolt he saw a face behind him over his shoulder. He said it freaked them out pretty much.
You probably already know my name, but if you don't, it's Tabitha.
I'm Deanna.
Joni?
And we're also going to play with another piece of equipment later in a few minutes called a spirit box, and you could talk directly to us through that piece of equipment. But we figured we'd let you see how you do with some of this stuff here first. Can somebody try to maybe turn on one of the flashlights for us? All you have to do is pretty much just touch one. How about tapping on something? Can you do that?
Walking. Is it? Can you tell me the name of this restaurant?
chance to talk to us, and we'll hear you right away. So Tabitha. Said it.
Said it?
Can you tell me your name?
What about your name? Can you tell us your name?
Are you my friend? I hope so. You my friend?
Sure.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey!
Oh.
Aw, thank you. Can you make the flashlight go off for me, please?
Oh, it would make her day. We'll go in another room if you let the flashlight go on.
Sam?
Sam.
Sam?
It just
Your
said,
name Sam?
it said Sam as she was saying Sam.
Sam? If that's you, please turn a flashlight on.
Sam again.
Sam, can you please turn a flashlight on? Just to verify your name.
Tabitha.
Hi, I'm here.
I don't know. Oh, there goes the flashlight. Thank you. Should we go in the other room and talk to the other spirits that are up here?
Do you know my name?
Okay, Lynn, the
It said hi. Sean.
Yes, I hear you.
Because I was thinking it was a car, but it was black, but it went in front of the window.
What's the other room that they want us to go in out back there? That's where your mom saw the shadow, was back by the bar.
Yeah.
Let's make sure the food is good, we have a good time.
Take your time.
Is this the little girl?
Sounded like it.
If it is, see if you can turn the red flashlight on.
Can you try?
Yeah.
Make a flashlight go off if it's a no.
No, that's recorded.
Oh, that's recorded.
That was right away.
Oh my God! You don't like Steve?
Is he bossy?
Is he bossy? I love you, Sam. Bob.
Turn it back on.
Annie.
Did you? We moved all our equipment into this room so that you can come over here and talk to us and use the equipment. See if you could turn on one of the flashlights that we have over there.
Can you give me a sign? Let us know you're here.
A sign, it's Joey.
Yeah, it's Joey in the back. Oh,
There you go.
Thank you.
They like you. They really like you.
She has a comforting way about her.
Thank
Is that
you.
you, Sam?
yep.
Thank
Wow,
you.
it got bright. Which word?
First one, right there.
Can you say the word she's pointing to? Did it just say
It
it?
said it. Did you guys hear what it said? Well, I'm pointing to the word pan. It sounded like it said
I heard
pan.
a peep.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna try that again.
It said pan again.
Oh,
Well, my name is Patty, since you're so interested.
oh, sorry.
Would you,
You're on my name.
what type of wine would you like? I think I'll take a nice salad. What kind of dressing do you think I should get on my salad? Well, can you call the waiter? I would like some water. Water?
Is Steve demanding to the other employees? Huh? Can you tell me that?
Yes.
Thank you!
Maybe that was
It just said he's a
You
meanie.
are the best!
It said he's a meanie.
He's a meanie, yeah!
A lot of names. There's names up in here of Robin, Erica, Tabitha.
Oh, you got my
But we all know what that is. Brett. Waiters names of Andrew, Randy. Now these may
The
be
lights are
from
going off.
past. Maybe from past. And that little girl was here in the beginning with, well, I think it's her dad or grandfather. And then I heard the dog
Jenna.
barking.
Jenny.
Jenny.
But
Well, somebody's name,
there's the names that kind of what was picked up downstairs. Tobias. But the name in this area that I know is Tobash. Do you know if any of them were involved in this place before you took it?
Before we took it,
Yeah, and
I
there's
don't know about that, but I can tell you that, can I tell you?
yeah.
Okay.
Nobody walked in front of that.
I don't know if were you from the area?
Well,
Did you know Stan Pilbosh?
yeah, of course I
You know Stan?
do. I understand, yes.
Okay, he was 45 when he passed?
Yes, right.
Well, I had his two boys here. I was watching
I'm
his...
Christian and Michael.
Right. I was watching the two boys for a few days while Heidi was running to the hospital. And that's when we lived upstairs. And then she had, when he passed that night or day, she actually had a little breakfast, and Michael and I cooked a breakfast and took it upstairs, and then that's when she broke the news to the children. But that's the only thing I know of Tobias. Stephanie, Michael knows Tobias.
Tobias, okay.
I don't know anything about them.
I don't know what Tobias is.
Well, something's
Tobias.
Write
making
that
that
name
go.
down
I have
for me.
Tobias there.
Yeah.
And the other one was McDonald.
Tobias? McDonald? Tobias.
Yeah, because there's also an Indian here too.
An Indian?
Yes, Indian.
That wouldn't
Well,
surprise me because of this area.
Do you know the history over on Hill here?
No.
That, yeah.
So,
Well, we want to
It
do that,
actually
but we
used to be-
can't.
Oh, you have to come up for that.
We want
It
to.
actually used to be, the neighbor, Bill Federoff,
Mhm.
he could tell you the history of that, mountain over there, the little hilltop. It used to be called Scalp's Hill, because that's where they would scalp all the Indians.